What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, night owls. How are y'all doing? It is Saturday night, and I decided to come chill with y'all. And I also decided to bring a special guest with me. We got Ant Dollars over here, and he is about to be commentating with me today. And we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Now, we're not just going to talk about Big Sean. We're going to be talking about some other stuff that's going on around social media because it has been a lot going on, and we gotta, we gotta break Ant Dollars into the whole YouTube space. So without further ado, before we get into that, I want Ant to introduce himself to y'all and let y'all know about his channel, and then we're gonna go from there.
Yeah, so what's going on, Night Owls? And Dollar, like she said, fellow YouTuber. I normally do music reactions, but like I told her earlier, I got a mouthpiece on me. So if we're going to talk about some stuff, let's talk about it. I hope everybody's doing well. God blessing y'all, and y'all enjoying y'all holiday. So without any further ado, y'all, let's do, y'all.
Okay. That is Ant's introduction. So if y'all want to go to his page, like if y'all actually like the commentary that he gives today, because we don't know, we about to test him out. We gonna see. If y'all like the commentary that he gives, somebody said, "Is this live?" Yes, this is live. We live, baby. If y'all like the commentary, y'all can go to his page and type in Ant Dollar, and he will pop up. Okay. So first things first is Big Sean. Okay. So he has been receiving somewhat of backlash because people felt like he was pandering to Black women. Now, this isn't a conversation that is new to the Night Owls because I talked about this situation with Floyd, and I also talked about who else was pandering. Oh, Cardi B. I talked about this with the whole Cardi B situation and the club situation, and how like people were impressed with kind of mediocre bare minimum type stuff. Now, girl, I mean it ain't Saturday night. It's Saturday night in my head, okay? Because we the night out. So it's always night, even in the day, okay? It's always night, even in the daytime, child. But anyways, so Big Sean recently did an interview, and in his interview, he basically bigged up Black women, and he said that he felt like Black women were close to gods and all this kind of stuff. And people didn't really like that too much. They felt like, the girls that you date don't represent that. We're gonna get into it because this is a conversation that I had when we talked about Floyd Mayweather and his comments about, colorism and things like that. So let me share my screen. Okay. And this is him speaking. And it was actually another YouTuber called the King of Reeds. And he's another YouTuber who basically called him out for this. And let's hear what he had to say first and foremost.
Man, y'all be. By the way, women are magical. You know what I'm saying? Black women, I feel like, are the closest thing to God. You know what I mean? Y'all be creating life, and it's funny how this doctor broke it down to me. He was like, we all come out of a black hole, just like how the universe was birthed. You know what I mean? And it's really deep when you get down to it to that level. So being around women, especially Black women and talent like that, it's a pleasure for sure. By the way, women are magical. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Black women,
so
are the closest.
That's what he had to say. And once he said that, King of Reeds basically called it out. And he called it out by saying the following. Let me pull it down. He said, then Big Sean must be an atheist because y'all say all this about Black women and then exclusively date non-Black women. I'm confused. So that is what the King of Reeds had to say. And there was a lot of people chiming in, going back and forth about it. Even this conversation was picked up by on site, the blog It's On Site, and there was a lot of people who were chiming in. Some people feeling like, Black women should be appreciated. Black women should appreciate him saying what he said. And then there were people who felt like it was BS also. So let me share some of that with y'all real quick. And then we're gonna hear what Aunt Dollars has to say.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Let's
So
talk
right
about
here it says Big Sean faces backlash after being accused of pandering to black women. This is what he said, as you guys just heard.
Like, are the closest thing to God. You know what I mean? Y'all be creating life and
Okay. And then so this woman who, like, I don't know, like she's like Twitter popular because she's always in the center of like every conversation. But she says, but he's never with dot dot dot. Never mind. Another person says, I feel like he genuinely loves and supports black women. I mean, he was raised by a beautiful black woman and learned a lot from her. I don't think y'all should make something negative out of something positive. He ain't never disrespected us black women. So this woman replies and she says, LOL, black women don't have to take anything people throw at them just because they aren't being disrespectful. Like, we can't have an opinion. Okay. And then another person says, LMFAO, I am loving black, laughing my ass off. I am loving black women, not falling for Big Sean pandering. Ha ha ha. This person says, Big Sean getting cooked by black women for praising black women. What the F is this world? Somebody said, not y'all mad. Big Sean said he loved black women when ends nice, y'all mad. When ends mean, y'all mad. Ends existing, y'all mad. They need to just ignore y'all at this point. Somebody else says, I seen Big Sean trending, but I thought it was because of Drink Champ's interview, only to see that he's trending because some black women mad he's praising black women. Another person says, Essence and any black owned entertainment brand should interview black male celebrities regarding black women if they not with a black woman. Oh, wait, shouldn't interview black male celebrities regarding black women if they aren't with a black woman. If you know black women are the next best thing close to God, then why are you dating someone less than? Okay. And then this one says, Big Sean said black women are the closest thing to God. Y'all keep crucifying him because he's never seen with black women. If I say fish is one of the most beneficial foods to eat, but I myself don't eat fish, does the validity of the statement change? So that's kind of been the conversation surrounding Big Sean. And I think a lot of people have this mentality that, you know, we should be appreciative of anybody who says that they love us, even if it necessarily might not be genuine. Now, I had this conversation with y'all on my Floyd video where Floyd was correcting Noriega about the hair texture and saying like what's good hair and what's bad hair. And I made the comment too. And I'm like, well, he's over here correcting people and talking about like, oh no, like get it correct, like what's good hair and bad hair. But yet you never see him with girls with that type of hair. So it kind of felt like pandering to me as well. And I think that because black women are disrespected so much, people feel like we should just accept any type of praise. And I don't think that that's true. I feel like it should be from people who genuinely F with us and not saying, you know, something just because it sounds good or, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I want to get your take on it specifically because before we started talking about this, I was asking about the ethnicity of your girlfriend and what you felt like as it pertains to this topic, feeling like you are able to say those things or not say those things. What is your take?
So I look at it like this: is first of all, I think we got to come to some understanding of what pandering is. I think there's so many different interpretations of it that it gets lost in the shuffle. And something I noticed as a people, as a black people, we like to be at odds with each other over everything, and most importantly, our blackness. Like we talked about earlier, team light skin, team dark skin. You don't hear that in no other communities, you know. And the type of conversation that we have with each other, I think, is the basis of a lot of this stuff. So my, I guess my perspective is this: is like no matter who I'm dating, white, yellow, black, green, whatever, you know, that doesn't unsubscribe me to blackness. That doesn't make me any more or less black. My mom is black. My sister is black. My nieces are black. So it doesn't change my experience, you know. And I think it's kind of reckless to say someone doesn't, you know, date black women or they don't like black women because we haven't seen that. You know, we've only known Big Sean for what, 8 years, 10 years. We don't know what his full scope of experience is, and I guess my main thing is we need to give people a chance to hang themselves. You got to give people the rope to hang themselves before we do it for them. You know what I mean? Like, I think we're so quick to jump on things like this and to create these negative connotations, and then it just turns into a snowball. And for me personally, and I'll say this to everyone listening right now, you know, I'm dating a Latina woman, but I almost got married to two black women. But some people will look at that and be like, oh, well, he don't care about black women, he don't understand, and you know, he'll never understand because he's not close to the situation, which couldn't be anything further than the truth. You know, there's a saying that goes, you can't help who you love, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's necessarily right. And feel free to disagree with me. I don't think it's necessarily right to just say, oh, because you're dating this race, then we're ostracizing you, you're exiled. You know, that's stuff that animals do. You know, if somebody messes up within the meerkat pride, then they're exiled. You know what I mean? And it's, I don't know. I don't know. It's
Okay.
different for me.
I mean, I get what you're saying, that, you know, it doesn't take you away from the black experience or whatever, but I think that it comes to question if it's like, if you feel like black women are so great, right? You
Mhm,
feel like they're close to God, and
mhm,
then yet you date the polar opposite. Do you really feel that way? Because for me, as a black woman, like, I've dated mixed race black men, but to me,
mhm.
I was raised, if you're half black, you black. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's kind of
I
how I
agree.
was
I
raised in
agree with that.
California.
That's how the
But
police look at you.
like, when it comes to like dating outside my race, like, I've never dated somebody, like, had intercourse with somebody who was not black. Like, not like, you either had to be half black or black, and even half
Mhm.
black I considered it black.
Yeah.
But it comes to question, like, if I'm, it's like, for me, I say all the time, like, I love black men. If
Mhm.
I'm sitting here saying I love black men, I love black men, but then each time I go out and date, I'm dating a white boy, I'm dating a Hispanic boy, I'm dating a Puerto Rican boy. It's like, are my words really genuine, or am I only saying it because it sounds good to
Mhm.
say?
Mhm. So let me ask you this. Let's say that, you know, you do go around and say I love black men and da 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 da, but you meet somebody of another ethnicity that you fall in love with. Do you think it's wrong that you fell in love with another ethnicity, or that you would date somebody else? Do you think that, oh, because I've been saying that I love black men, I do, you know, I have to go that way because I don't want to be looked at a certain way or perceived a certain way? How do you feel about that?
No, I feel like if you just genuinely, because I feel like a lot of people use they use the whole, like, oh, you can't help who you love type of trope as
Mhm,
an excuse of
mhm,
why they're dating outside. Now, if
mhm,
you genuinely get a connection with somebody and you fall for that person and they happen to be another race, I look at that different. But there's
mhm.
some people who will use that trope, like, oh, you can help who I love, but then they only help themselves to love somebody that's not black. You get what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
So
right,
in
right.
those instances, I don't see any, I don't have a problem with people dating outside their race. I just
Mhm,
feel like people feel like it's disingenuous when we never see you date a black woman ever, and then you trying to come here saying those things. Now, I seen somebody in the chat, they said, um if you half black, you not black, you have black, which I will agree that if you have black, you have black. That is
mhm,
true. But I'm
mhm.
saying how I was raised. The way I was raised that, you know, if you was half, you was black. That's how
Right.
I was raised.
I agree
Now,
with that. I agree with that.
truthfully, now that I've grown older, I'm more of a who you identify with person.
Mhm,
Like,
mhm.
if you feel like you not really effing with your black side and you identify more with your white, then that's what I will associate you with. If
Right.
you are a person who identifies as black, you've been raised in a black household, you've been raised in a black experience,
Mhm.
like, I'm not gonna sit around here and, you know, take your blackness away from
Right,
you.
right,
Because
right.
a lot of people who are mixed, they only know their black side a lot of the times.
Yeah.
So I don't
I
know.
agree with that. I think it is a problem when you stand up there on the soapbox and you talking this black that, black women are God. And like you said, when we see another thing, because you're putting it out there. And I think that's probably the problem that a lot of black women have is not necessarily people dating outside their race. Is okay, so why do you go outside with your bullhorn and tell everybody one thing, but you showing us something different? Or when you get around these different groups, you act differently. So I definitely think that's a problem, but I also, on the flip side, I just don't, I hate to see that we're so caught up on that. You know what I mean? Because just because someone dates outside their race don't mean they disrespect their race. You know what I mean? That's the point I was trying to make. It's probably long-winded, but that's essentially what I was saying.
Okay. Let me look and see what some people in the chat is saying. Saying one thing and doing another. Actions speak louder than words.
I
Another
agree.
person says, I don't hang with black women that date / marry others neither. Why not? Someone says, they may only need their black side, but that doesn't change the fact that one parent of theirs is not black. Absolutely not saying that it changes the fact that one parent is not black. I'm just saying that if you are a person who was raised with your black grandmother or your black father and you never ever was around the other side, I'm not going to discredit your black experience.
Right.
And another thing I always see is people look at it different when it's black women versus black men, or mixed race men versus mixed race women, because I guess they carry themselves a little bit differently in
In which way?
society and maneuver. Like when you look at Drake, or when you look at J. Cole, or when you look at certain biracial artists, people look at them like they black. Like they
Right.
don't look at them like they are mixed dudes. They look at them like black artists,
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Especially J. Cole.
With the
Um
dreads.
and when you look at people like Janae Aiko, when you look at people like Paula Patton, or you look at like certain mixed race females like Kaylani, or other artists that are females, you look at it, in a different type of way.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah. Somebody said Kamala Harris is considered black, but she had no relationship with her Jamaican side. Yeah, that's true. All right, so we're gonna move on. The black women are cooking you in the comments, though. As soon as you said that your
That's
girl was
cool. Listen,
Latino.
I expect it, because we just being honest with each other. Just like I'm able to have my opinion and I give my opinion on my reaction videos every single
But do
day.
you think that's fair for you to be crucified because your girl is Latino?
Yeah, I mean, it's fair because it's their opinion. We all entitled to that. And I'm not mad at that. And black women continue to crucify me if that's what you want to do. I'm not going to change my stance, but I appreciate the candor. You know what I mean? So crucify me. It's good. I don't mind. I got thick skin. We're good.
Okay. All right. So moving on to something a little bit lighter. So I posted a video. She said nobody cur. I posted a video on my Instagram, and it was of a gentleman who, the woman was basically trying to surprise him with a test. And the way that she tried to surprise him was not really the best method. So I'm going to show this and see what you think about it. Hold on. Let's click that. And if y'all not subscribed to or y'all not following my Instagram, I don't know what you're doing.
And like up the stream if you haven't already. Please slap that like button one time for the one time. Get on it, Night Owl. Let's get it.
Yes. Hit that like button, y'all. All right.
Motherfucker be going to different states. Why this shit so fucking hard?
Because it got butter on it. It got butter
to make it soft.
Then it got butter, so it shouldn't be that hard.
I don't like the internet. Yeah.
I don't know why my mom is calling me.
Fine. What the fuck is that?
Fake.
She out of pocket.
What it look like?
Why is it more?
Wait, what happened? What
I
it
think
do?
I think Instagram just skipping right now. That's what it looked like.
Okay, so basically what happens is the girl, she wanted to surprise him that she was pregnant, and her surprise was putting the pregnancy test under his waffles. So once he sees it, he's like why would you put why would you put that in my food? Like why would you put this test in my food? Hold on, let's see if we can get some more to play. What happened?
Just Instagram. That's all.
What
See,
the
Bonita
heck?
gets it. That's the first thing I thought. I was like, she peed on that stick and she put it in my food. Like, that's what we doing?
Yeah. Wait, why is it?
That's tough.
So how would y'all feel? Because it is a difference of ways that you could look at this now. Because I mean, pee is nasty. Pee
Mhm.
is nasty. Whatever, right?
Yeah. Hell
But
yeah.
if that's his girlfriend and they've been swapping fluids,
Not pissed though. Not pissed though.
they've been swapping fluids.
Not pissed though. Not pissing the food though. Like we could swap. Look, spit in my mouth, do what you want to do, but piss in my food. That's I don't know. That's tough right there. I mean, and that's not a surprise that I want. That's not something I want to find in my food. Like, tell me that. Like, hey, we got a baby on the way. Like, yeah, we could clap that up together. But if you we at IHOP, right? And I go to the bathroom, I come back, you just slid a whole pregnancy test under the syrup and waffles and the eggs and all that stuff, and I gotta find it. I'm gonna have a little bit of an issue with that. I love you, but damn, what is you doing, girl? Like, why? Why we do that? Like,
No, it is dead ass gross. I'm just playing devil's advocate, y'all. It's hella nasty. I wouldn't dare. Like,
oh my god.
it's hella out of pocket. But
I see somebody in chat say
he
booty.
was she was disappointed in his reaction as well as
Mhm.
he was disappointed in the fact that she put it in the food. Now, we can all agree that this was a very, very, very disappointing reaction. Like, if you want to surprise me with this moment, then figure out another way to do it. Don't
Yeah.
do it in this way because this is out of pocket. Hold on.
Yeah.
It's still not playing. I don't appreciate this at all. I do not.
Instagram just be falling off sometimes. You can't really depend on IG like that, especially when you're trying to really watch something. Like I feel like every time I go in there try to watch a video, it'll be like 20 seconds in and it'll just stop. Then I gotta scroll up, scroll back down,
Man.
scroll up, scroll back down. So that is what it is on that. That's Insta right there. So be careful.
All right. So that is one very disappointing reaction. Now, this other disappointing reaction happened with a marriage proposal. Now, the woman basically was not pleased at how her man decided to propose. Now, a lot of people felt as though she was being ungrateful. Now, I was the unpopular opinion and feeling like she wasn't. So I'm going to read through this whole scenario and then I'm going to get your take as well as the Night Owl's take on if y'all feel like she was being disrespectful or not. Because I was like,
flabbergasted, huh? Blown away.
I'm just like, shit. I'm saying though, like, all right. So let me read through this real quick. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more for y'all. All right.
There we go.
So, on here it says, my boyfriend proposed to me today at the movies. I didn't let him finish proposing because number one, I thought it was a joke. And number two, I immediately thought, seriously? At the movies? We had discussed how I wanted to get proposed to. I just wanted to look decent and like a professional photographer, at least someone there to take pictures. And I wanted it to be a little more elegant. I told him this. He instead proposed to me after mostly everyone left the theater and the staff was next to us picking up trash. I felt like I should have said yes because that's also how I felt in the moment. My heart was racing. I was so happy thinking about it. And he explained while on one knee that he chose the movies because it's our thing. We always go to the movies. It's our thing to do. And that warmed my heart. I don't know if that makes sense. I just don't know if I'm wrong or something. Please help me. I'm sad and disappointed now. I feel like the whole proposal thing is going to suck the second time around. Will I feel those happy feelings again? So she stopped him in the middle of the proposal because she was disappointed in the settings. Now, a lot of people on the internet, like I said, they felt like she was being ungrateful. They was like, oh, social media is so hung up on trying to get Instagram moments and everything trying to do everything for the gram, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, listen, proposal to me is about two partners, not just one. If I'm a person who on my special occasions, like that when I go to celebrate my birthday, when I go and step out, I want to look a certain type of way if it's a special moment. So if I express that to you and the type of person I am, and then it proposed to me, and mind you, if we're at the movies, that means like I'm in some jeans, t-shirt, tennis shoes.
Yeah, chilling.
I'm not dressed up at all to go to the movies. You know what I'm saying? Probably even in sweats or something. If you know that, what I'm saying, it's my thing to kind of jazz it up for special moments. Even though she said that the movies is their thing, I feel like that kind of would be underwhelming for me.
Yeah.
But what do you think? Do you think that she was being a little bit ungrateful? Because he did think about the aspect of, that's their thing to go to the movies,
Yeah. You know what? To be completely honest with you, I actually kind of agree with her a little bit in the sense that if y'all had a conversation about like an explicit conversation, my thing is I'm not a mind reader and no one's a mind reader. So let's say he would have just did that. They never talked about it. And then she still had the same reaction. Then I can kind of go to his side and be like, okay, why are you acting like this? Why are you cutting me off? I mean, I'm proposing to you. We're in love. Let's take our relationship to the next level. But if we had a specific, explicit conversation about, hey, this is how I want you to do it. I want to be proposed to like this. Not a photographer and all that other stuff. That's a little, I mean, all right, look, I'm about to propose right now. Let me book a photographer and all this other stuff. He could have maybe they could have met in the middle as far as like how he proposed. Maybe the photographer wasn't there, but maybe he could have had a camera set or, something like that. But to do it while they over there picking up trash and things like that, because I'm thinking of the aspect of this is, well, hopefully for them, it's a once in a lifetime moment. You don't have to propose again and again and again.
Yeah.
And, to have that on your memory. Yeah. How did he propose to you? Oh my God, it's so romantic. Look at that ring. Yeah. We was at the movie theaters. They was picking up trash and I had popcorn stuck in my teeth and, the movie sucked, but yeah, we're married now. It's just like, because the thing about it is women think about these weddings since they're a little girl. They think about getting married since they're essentially planning their wedding the entire time, and when you consider that, if you her rock, if you her man, her mountain, you want to give her those experiences, not just the wedding, not just the ring, but she wants an experience. What does Cyndi Lauper say? Girls just want to have fun. The proposal is fun for her, because she gets to go tell her girls. She gets to go brag about, oh, my husband, my fiance.
But what do you say to the people who feel like people need to stop being so braggadocious and trying to do shit for Instagram?
I think they need to mind their business because, for one, that's their Instagram. So if they want to be braggadocious or if they don't want to post, whatever it is, it's like, yo, if you worried about what somebody else is or how they're proposing, do you have a job? I wonder, like, do you have things going on?
But my whole thing is when people say stuff like that, they like, because like I said, I seen a lot of comments of people saying like, oh, she's ungrateful, like she's just trying to do it for the gram. But then if you go to their Instagram pages every time they have a birthday, every time they have a, a special event with their kids or anything, all of that stuff is documented on their Instagram. But then they want to shame her for wanting to be able to share her moment on Instagram. But these same people who saying, oh, she just trying to do it for the gram, every time something happened in their life, they sharing it on Instagram, but then want to be mad at her because she was disappointed about it. But there are people in the comments who are saying, well, this ain't the wedding. This, they still have the wedding that they could plan. They still have other aspects of it.
I mean, and that's true. That's very true. But the thing is you have to, okay, so if this how he proposing, how's that wedding gonna go? Is she gonna have suggestions or ideas for the wedding, and then he just be like, nah, forget all that, we're gonna go this way? You know what I mean? Like, it's not just the act of it, it's the whole experience. Like I said, you have to look at it beyond just what's going on, beyond what the optics look like to us, because we're not in that relationship, So if your woman is telling you something, the problem that a lot of men have is that our girls will tell us stuff sometimes and we'll not take it seriously. Like when she says stuff like, oh, you don't really listen to me, or we don't really talk that much no more. He's like, oh, she's not really that mad. And then when she leaves you, you're like, what? You didn't tell me. You didn't even want to talk about it. I did tell you about it, but women communicate in more subtle ways. They want their man to be able to get it. They don't want to teach us how to be a man. And I think that is more of the root of it than necessarily proposing at the movies.
Yeah.
Oh, I did it because we go to the movies all the time. See, men think logically.
Thomas B said you cap.
Hey,
you sound like you saying real shit to me, but
hey, everyone has an opinion, you know what I'm saying, and they entitled to it. I ain't tripping.
But that's but for real, that's kind of how I was thinking about it. Like, if I'm telling you, or like even there's verbal and there's nonverbal communication. If non-verbally, every time we go out and it's a special occasion, you see me looking done up, you know what I'm saying? And then you see that this is a special moment as well, and you don't take that into consideration and how I'm presenting myself at this moment. Are you really paying attention to me? If I'm having conversations with you, telling you things that I like, I don't like, and things that I expect, and you don't consider those things, like, are you really paying attention to me? And when I was looking at the comments, I was like, there's a lot of people who are accepting of just anything just for the sake of, well, at least he proposed. Because we live in a society where people feel like, if you're not married, then you're like bottom of the barrel or whatever. If so they hold this marriage, even if it's a piece of crap marriage, they hold it to a high esteem. And it's like, at the end of the day, the substance of the relationship matters also. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, I'm not about to get with somebody just for the sake of saying I got somebody. Nah, like, it's because I pay attention to you, you pay attention to me, you consider me, I consider you, and it just flows like that.
Yeah, I just think if they didn't have a conversation about it, it would have been a lot different. That's the main issue. If y'all have it, it's not even nonverbal communication at that point. It's like, I'm telling you, like, look, this is the idea of the proposal that I have, and if he had any qualms or if he had any issues about it, then he could have been like, well, hey, this is the idea that I had, and then they can come together, and then he could take all that information and do what he want to do with it. But I just think it was like, okay, I spent all this money on this ring. I'm putting this idea in my head, so she got to accept this as for what it is. Now, maybe she shouldn't have cut him off and treated it like a joke. Now, that was a little extreme, but the rest of it, like, honestly, it makes sense to me, because if I tell my girl something like, hey, I don't like onions, and then you go throw onions in the food, I'm gonna look at like, we talked about this. Like, there's no way you didn't know.
You better eat them damn onions. How else can you cook food without onions? What you talking about? You don't like onions? Like, the onions is coming, period. Like, I don't know what you thought, but the onions is gonna be up in there. Like, they cook down, they crystallize. You better take them onions.
Nick, Nick, get them out of here. Get up as soon as I smell them. Like, I gotta going to McDonald's.
Wait, no, you really don't like onions in your food?
Nah, I've never have.
Even like, okay, like, we in Cali, from
used to be.
Yeah, whatever. We in this area, okay. We big on tacos, ground beef tacos. Like, you gotta cook the ground beef with onions.
I know they have like them little onions in the little sauce packets and stuff, and I mean, whenever I catch one, I'm
Do
like,
you make tacos, ground beef tacos?
not usually. I usually do chicken now, but I used to eat ground beef tacos when I was a kid, so I know exactly what
Okay,
you're
but
talking
your
about.
chicken tacos, you don't make it with onions?
Nah, never, never, ever, ever,
What?
ever, 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 ever,
Oh
ever,
my goodness.
ever. Not doing it. Not
Even
compromising
if
it.
you using it to cook your meat, come on.
I'm not using it to cook nothing. That stuff is still at the stove. That's what that is. You know what I'm saying? The onions is still in the
Oh my
bag at the
God. Grow up.
stove.
Grow up.
Look, I'm a Toys R Us kid. I don't never want to grow up. Never.
All right. So Thomas B has sent me this, and we're gonna get back to the topics, but I just felt like, kicking about some different stuff real quick.
Yeah.
Thomas B has sent me a video, and it was of this DoorDash person who was dropping off food, and the woman basically wanted him to come up and bring the food. He didn't want to come up and bring the food.
Like upstairs?
Upstairs.
Okay.
And so they kind of had a bit of a back and forth. So I want to know from you guys who you feel like is wrong in this scenario. So let me bring it back. Hold on, let me zoom in on this. I hate how I can't control the screen as well as I could if it was OBS, but what else?
Yo, the chat is frying me today on a beautiful Saturday night.
It's mostly black women, so once you said that your girl was Latino, they kind of lost it.
They lost their ears right there. That was it.
All right, so we're gonna bring it back.
Hello. Yeah, but can you come and bring it up?
No, I can't. Can you come and collect it, please?
No, I need you to bring it up, please, because it's cold.
COVID guidelines. I can't come. COVID guidelines.
Yeah, but I'm cold though. Everyone's been putting it up there. I'm cold. Everyone's been putting my food upstairs.
I don't care. I'm not everyone. I'm Deliveroo.
Yeah, but from Deliveroo as well, darling. You're no different.
Can you see the badge? Can you see the badge?
You're no different, darling. I need my food upstairs, please. No, because I need my food upstairs. I ordered it. I'm not going up. I'm not going downstairs, darling. No, I'm not going downstairs. No, bring my food up. What's wrong with you, man?
All right. So at this point in the exchange, now there are people in the chat who said that they do DoorDash. So they feel like he was in the wrong at this point. Now, at this point, I feel like I don't know if a person is obligated to go upstairs to bring the food. Now, I don't know the protocol, but they said, okay, oh boy is in the wrong. He definitely supposed to bring her food up.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, okay.
He foul. He foul.
They said it's called DoorDash, not
Yeah.
So at this point, I didn't feel like before he opened up the bag, I didn't feel like he was necessarily wrong. But I also don't order DoorDash. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had got into it with my boo before over that because it's like, nigga, I'm not about to. I don't want DoorDash. Period. He felt like I was being unreasonable, but I don't give a damn. I didn't want it. I don't want it. I don't want them bringing me my food. Period. But anyways, so at this point, I kind of didn't feel like he was wrong. But now once he starts to go in the damn bag and in the food, I was like, child, now you're doing too much. You is doing too much.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, but I told you that I'm cold. You are the delivery driver. You are the delivery driver. You are the delivery driver. Are you stupid? Yeah, go on. I'm recording. Go on. Try to eat my food. Go on. Big man from Deliveroo. Yeah, go on. Eat my food then. Stupid man. Yeah, go on. Yeah, eat that. Yeah, I'm zooming on your face.
At that point, I said, you know what? And then he threw it at her.
You motherfucker. I hope you get fired. Oh, yeah? Wow.
Make me come upstairs. Are you normal? Are you a fool?
Ooh. At that point, I said, at that point, I'm like, you know what? Nah, he needed his ass kicked for that.
Yeah, like you did all that for a $2 tip, bro. Like you acting out over $20. Like what world
I
are
was
we
like,
in?
now at that point, you really is doing the most. Because even if you didn't want to bring her food upstairs, I would have been like, ma'am, I'm not going up there. If I really don't feel like going up there, I would have left it in a designated like safe spot, like, and bounced. At least I delivered it here. You know what I'm saying?
You would have just left it there, like, all right, then you come get it if you want to. I'm gonna leave it here.
I mean, I would have respected if he would have did at least that much. But the fact that he didn't even deliver it at all, and he'd start throwing it and eating it, and he needed his ass kicked for that.
Yeah, and sidebar too, on that note, like, why you wasting food, bro? If you gonna eat it, dog. Like, cause she's not about to go down there and get that after you done thrown it on the floor. Like, don't start. I mean, it's just so much wrong with that right there. That it's just a lack of respect. You know, it's called DoorDash. If I felt like going to get my food, I would get up and go get it myself. But I called you, DoorDasher, to come bring it to me. So I would like you to dash to the door with the food. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so people who live in apartments that are like 3 stories high, the DoorDash person has to like go up to their specific apartment.
If it's me, if I'm 3 stories up, that I totally expect. I don't order delivery because I don't know what people be doing on their way to the. You know, they might get mad, might be an argument on their way there.
I don't DoorDash, so that's why I'm
yeah. But if I did though, yeah, bring it up. I would if it was me. I'm bringing it up. Like I'm not.
Damn, that's
come get
crazy.
your food, girl. I know you way up there, but come down here and get, like, I could be I could be on whatever. Like y'all watch them little murder mysteries and all type of stuff. He might be, I don't know what he on. Bring me my food, bro. You want a tip, right? You're not gonna get a tip for dropping my food off in the parking lot. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
They said it's called DoorDash.
Yeah.
He said he ain't DoorDash, he Deliveroo. he said I'm Deliveroo. Okay, this is Deliveroo.
That's tough. Like he was like really hot about it. See, he was going through something personal. Like he cussing at her and all type of stuff. Like, bruh, relax.
Yeah, he did the absolute most. Like he did the absolute most.
It's not that serious, man. Didn't nobody tell you to become a DoorDasher. That's like when you go to a place and people are mad that they at work. It's like, yo, McDonald's didn't come recruit. Hey, Mike, you look like you would flip the perfect burger. Like, we need you to come work for us. McDonald's didn't do that. You filled out the application. Like, this was your idea. Don't get mad at you at work. Same thing with him. You signed up for that. So do what you signed up for. That's it. That's
crazy. I didn't, because I don't live in like an apartment building like that. Like I thought that if you lived in an apartment or something, like you had to go to the front. Like I didn't know that they literally have to go to each person's apartment and go up this. Oh hell no, I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I could not do it.
I'll say this.
Y'all better be, if y'all live in these apartments and y'all got people going up the stairs and to the floors and all that, y'all better be giving some good tips because that is a lot. That's a lot. I didn't know that they did that.
Y'all should give good tips anyway. Always tip people that serve you and take care of you because they generally ain't making a lot of money other than that tip. So make sure you take care of the people that take care of you. But that right there was some bull. That's some bull.
I don't know, man. Y'all better be giving some good tips. I did not know that they was going upstairs and oh hell no. I thought everybody had to go downstairs.
I think sometimes I think there's certain situations like where they have like the security desk and all this other stuff where you can't get access to it. You probably do got to come down and meet them. But it's like, yo, if my apartment is 432B and you can see it, you know where it's at. Come on up to 432B. Knock on that door. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know it was out here like that. I did not know.
Yeah. And I need that. That's just me though. Now, if you want to go meet them, go meet them.
I didn't know it was real in the field like that. Dang, that's crazy. Yeah. All right. Moving on. Before we move on to the next thing, I do want to do a quick intermission real quick. This is one of the items that you can find on my website. This right here is Comfy Bunny, and the comfortable onesies have been doing very, very good on my website. And I appreciate all of you guys who shop with me and send me messages and tell me that y'all got y'all stuff. And y'all have been supporting me so much throughout this holiday season, going to my website. I just want to take the time out to basically thank y'all. Now, I have a few more sizes of this onesie in stock, but they are going so fast, you guys. They're going so fast. And today, I'm going to, after I get off this stream, I'm going to start fulfilling a bunch of the orders that I have on my website. So if you go on my website before, let's say, 4 p.m. California time, I will ship your stuff off today and you should have it before Christmas. If you go on my website and you use the code HOLIDAY, you will be able to get 25% off of your order. So if you use the code HOLIDAY, you'll be able to get 25% off at checkout. So I just wanted to let you guys know that real quick, because I'm about to be getting these orders out and you guys still have time to get stuff by Christmas. If you want to get, fellas, if you want here and you want to get your girl something cute, you know what I'm saying? Get your girl some vibrating panties, okay? And spice up your life with some vibrating panties. Ladies, I am getting sold out of my adult goodies, but I have more coming on Monday. So I'm going to have more stuff coming in stock. I got more roses coming in stock. Y'all sold me out of those. But I just really want to thank y'all for shopping with me. Like a lot of y'all on this chat, little freaky deakies done got the rose.
We see y'all, man. Don't hide now.
A lot of y'all done got the rose, and I thank y'all for shopping with your girl. But yeah, I just wanted to do a brief intermission and show y'all this onesie is really comfortable. It has a butt flap, you know what I'm saying, if you're nasty. And it's just like that. It's just like that. Victoria said, sure did, girl. Okay. Okay. I appreciate y'all shopping with me, though. For real, for real. It really makes me happy. And I love the support. Even though I be lashing out, y'all, don't mind my little temper tantrums. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
We human. It's okay. You allowed to do that.
Yeah, but speaking of they said they laughing at your face. Speaking of temper tantrums, have you guys seen the new show on Netflix called Selling Tampa?
I have not.
Let me bring it up. So there's a new show on Netflix. It's called Selling Tampa. And it is really, really, really good so far. I already binge watched it. I already watched it. So let's see. They said not yet, never heard of it. Never heard of it. You watched the whole season, no spoilers. Okay, I won't do no spoilers. No spoilers. Yeah, haven't watched it. Okay. So I won't give y'all no spoilers. It's like one of the top viewed videos on Netflix right now. So I thought more of you guys would have seen it. So I definitely don't want to ruin it.
Hold on, real quick, Nick, because I got the same question somebody asked. What is the rose exactly? What is the rose?
The rose is a vibrator. It's called Selling Tampa. The rose is a vibrator, and it is in the form of a rose. It looks like a rose. Mm-hmm. The middle part is like circular in the middle part. So basically what it does is it vibrates and it sucks the clit.
Oh, okay.
So it'll vibrate and suck the clit, and you can, do it that way. Or if you are intimate with your partner, you can put it on your boobs to stimulate your boobs while he's, doing his thing. Or you can still put it on your clit while he's, doing his thing or whatever. Okay. And it has like a suck motion. So it's like vibrating and sucking your clit, but you got to put it like on your clit.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
Tay said it's the best thing ever.
And then it do what it do. Okay,
It do what it need to do, basically.
it do what it needs to do, and I will have more in stock next week. Okay, so
Tatiana
order
said
from
she
me.
getting it. She
Order
said she
from me.
getting it.
Order it from me. Okay,
Yeah.
order from me. But yeah,
And
that's
like
the
the
rose.
stream. If you haven't already, make sure you push that like button, y'all, for real. Don't play.
Yes. Hit the like button. And what do you guys think of Ant so far? Besides y'all getting mad at him because of whatever. What do y'all think about him so far? I think Ant is doing pretty well. What do y'all
I'm all
think?
right. I'm all right.
What do y'all think about Ant so far?
Don't be nice if you ain't
Hit
feeling nice. Be honest.
hit 1 if y'all don't mind Ant. Hit 2 if y'all never want to see Ant again.
It's gonna be 2. They can't wait to hit 2.
Hit 1 if y'all. They said he cool. He alright.
I appreciate you, y'all. Victoria,
Cool.
appreciate you. 1.5. Hey, that's all right, Glitch. We'll take it. Take it. You can't win them all.
Somebody said 1.5.
Oh man, I appreciate y'all anyway. I really appreciate y'all.
They said he seems sensible. He cool. He entertaining. He brave. Yes, you definitely have to be. Somebody said 1.9.
I'm like right about to get eliminated.
Right at the point where they're like,
yeah, I'm at the edge right now. If I say one more thing, that's a 2. That's a 2 right there. I'm gonna be careful. I'm gonna watch myself. I'm gonna watch myself.
Oh man, that's funny. All right, so they want to know what's your sign.
Zodiac sign Sagittarius, the best one, the only one I could be. Y'all know that.
All right. Someone said, ask dude, why was Big Sean's last black girlfriend right before he got famous?
I don't know Big Sean, so I don't have the answer to that. But I can assume nothing because I don't know. I have no idea. I wish I could give you that answer, but I don't know.
All right. Moving on. All right. So there has been a lot of conversation about Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez, especially since there was information that came out that said that like some of the bullets that were supposed to allegedly be removed from her foot have not been able to be located. And so they're like questioning whether there was actual bullet fragments or not. Now, Joe Budden, he recently talked about this on his podcast, and he was basically saying that people should pay attention to the industry because the industry got the real story about what happened. And that's when they started to hold on, that's my phone. I'm like, that's my phone.
Yeah.
That's when they started to kick back with him. So let me show y'all what there was a reporting of real quick. Just to refresh y'all minds about what was said. And then I'm going to play what Joe Budden had to say.
Oh, Joe chimed in.
Meg Thee Stallion and bullets. TMZ. Let's see if we can get that up real quick. TMZ article. What happened?
Cool. I always assume that BM that. I've never been to Atlanta, Modia or Madi. I don't know how you pronounce that. But I've never been to Atlanta.
Please like the video, you guys. Hit like. Takes
2 seconds. 1 second if you fast.
All right. All right, so I'm going to read what the cross-examination said. I read this in a previous video, but I'm just going to read it again just to refresh you guys' memories, and then play what Joe Budden has to say about this. So let me zoom in.
Happy belated Tuesdays.
All right, so it says another interesting piece from yesterday's hearing. Holly tells us on cross-examination, Detective Stogner admitted that the bullet fragments allegedly moved from Mrs. Pete's ankles cannot be located. So they're saying allegedly removed, meaning did they get removed or didn't they? And now they're saying they can't be located. And then it says, of course, if available, the fragments would be hard evidence to prove it was a bullet and not glass and Meg's foot. If they're missing, it leaves the door open for other possibilities. It says Megan got big issues with what the independent witness told police about her arguing with Kelsey, and she makes a good point. Megan tweeted, "I've been shot, and the focus of some of these headlines are dismissing that. I was attacked with a weapon while I was unarmed and trying to paint it as a cat. And people are, I guess, trying to paint it as a cat fight between friends."
Mm-hmm.
Now, there was a conversation on whether it was glass, whether it was bullets, or whether she ever got shot at all. And so Joe Budden, he went to his pod and he talked about it. And let's play what he had to say.
Shout out to Robin Cantrell too. I see.
Oops.
Oh, that was the other thing that was weird. Hey, because the industry didn't tell y'all, but the industry found out what happened.
Yep. You can tell by actions. And let them start getting money.
The industry found out exactly what went on. And so much so, it was satisfactory to them. He started popping up with everybody who is brand conscious. He started popping up with the people that would stay far the fuck away from you
if they knew you were guilty.
He ran around with Drake. He ran around with Chris. He ran around with the baby when it wasn't the baby drama.
Before he was canceled.
All right. So I'm going to play a snippet of that and then I'll play more. So he basically said that he feels as though the industry heard the real story, and he's alluding to the fact of that's why they started to be cool with Tory again. And that is why he believes that Tory might be more on the innocent side of things, because people who have these certain brands, why would they allude or why would they hang out with somebody who was guilty? He then goes on to say that there is a video that people in the industry have seen that kind of clears Tory as well. Now, when people started to say that, then they were like, okay, let me play some more of it and then I'll say what people are saying.
That was the other thing that was weird. When it wasn't the baby drama.
Oh damn, I forget I can't.
That was the other thing that was weird. But everybody just started popping back up little by little. Working with them. The public never said a word. I said,
you think these brand conscious individuals are going to stand next to this person if they know if he did what he was accused of doing? Or put it this way, unless they know for a fact he didn't do what he was accused of doing.
Right.
Otherwise, they're not going to stand.
Yeah, even if it was in question,
if it was in question, they got to keep their distance. That's you hot right now.
Not only did the industry find out, the industry believed whatever they heard. Some people in the industry say they seen the tape. I'm not one of them people, but you know it's a tape.
All right. So that is Joe Budden basically alluding that there is a tape of the incident. He's alluding that the reason why certain people in the industry started messing back with Tory is because they must have believed his version of events. Now, people also on the flip side of that, they were like, well, you can't necessarily say, oh, that the industry messing back with him is an indicator that he's innocent. Right. And they brung up the whole R. Kelly situation because they were like, you know, R. Kelly had this tape. People knew that he was messing with young girls, And he still, at some point after that, started messing back with certain people in the industry. So people were like, that's really not really a good indicator that proves innocence. What do you think?
I agree with that. I think with situations like this, injuries, and I mean, just celebrity stuff in general. You know, the media is a very powerful tool and it creates narratives. And then if people say something for so long and so much, that becomes the truth, regardless of what the truth actually is. So I think we need to be careful saying whether he's innocent or guilty, because truly we don't have the facts. We don't know. We weren't there. And if there is a tape, if there isn't a tape, I'm not privy to that. So for me, this is one of those things where it does look fishy, but I could see it looking fishy on both sides, you know. Like I can see points proving either side on that, you know, and I personally don't have a concrete like he did it or he didn't do it yet. I just want to see where the evidence is at. I think they're going back to trial in January. So we'll just have to wait for all the facts to come out and really get a good scope, and then we can make our judgments or our decisions at that point. But I think it's still a little bit too early with the limited amount of information that we have, or hell, don't have, because some of the stuff that they're telling us might not even be true for all we know.
Because at the end of the day, one side is the defense, one side is the attorney for Tory. And so a Tory side is saying, well, this side is what they're saying, or this is what they witnesses say, and then, you know, the other people are saying what their evidence is. So let's see. What do y'all think though? Somebody said if there was a video, it would have been leaked. Megan, let me see. It's not science equation that something happened. Yaya said if there was a video, it would have been leaked. Bonita says Megan don't even know who shot her. Well, she's saying that she feels like Tori did it. Someone just needs to tell the truth.
I agree.
And Riley says they had all partied at Kylie's. Miss Brown says, I think when Kelsey talk, it will make sense. So they were also alluding that right before it happened, Kelsey and her had gotten into a fight, and they were like, the bullet flare or whatever, it looked like it came closer to her, and they said that GSR was on her hands. So
on Kelsey's hands.
Yeah, that's what one of the detectives testified, that GSR was found on Kelsey's hands. And then people were arguing, and saying, well, like if somebody else shot it and then she picked it up, it would be on her hands and like there's spray and all this. So yeah, I just wanted to get your take on that one.
Did they find any GSR on any on Tory at all? Did they even mention?
They never mentioned if he had GSR. They haven't said that. They only have said about GSR being on Kelsey. There hasn't been any mention of GSR being on Tory.
And that's kind of big, because you know generally the only way you're going to get a traceable amount of GSR is if you pull in that trigger, because it literally goes right back to you.
Yeah. Yep. And then somebody has sent me, who has sent me the actual footage from that night to review it again. Let me see. Sometimes this stuff be taking long.
She said she busted back and telling the police, if you shoot me, that's facts. What you should do.
All right, so we're going to look at the footage one more time and see how we feel about it now that more details have come out. So let me pull it up on the screen, or let me make this bigger. And let me pull it up on the screen. Oh, wrong one. Share. No.
They would have tested everyone, not just one person. I agree with that, Victoria.
All right. So here's the footage again, just for us to watch it again and see how we feel about it now that more information has come out. So when the video starts, Meg is in the car. So she's in Tori and them's car, and she gets out, and Kelsey is on the ground, and she's on the phone calling her people. And then you later see them getting arrested. So right there.
That's
All right.
Megan, right?
This is Kelsey.
That's
So-
Kelsey. Okay.
All right. So right here on the ground, this is Kelsey sitting down and she's talking on the phone. The person getting out of the car is Meg. So this is Megan getting out. All right. So right here being detained, this is Kelsey. I mean, this is Megan with her hands behind her back because Megan had on this outfit.
Mhm.
And then you also see Tori being detained as well. So this is Tori right here. And then this is Megan right here. And she's standing on both her feet and then she lifts one up.
Wow.
Oh, wait. No, that was Kelsey. Wait, did they
That
both
was
have on black? That was Kelsey that just said, Megan, are you okay? Hold on. This is Megan getting out, though. So they both must have had on black because that was Kelsey just saying, Megan, are you okay?
Mm.
Hold up. That's Kelsey. So they both must have had on black on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so that's Meg right there then. The last person we see.
The last person was Kelsey.
Okay.
That was Kelsey in the black.
Okay.
That was Kelsey. Hold on.
So who is that?
I don't think this is Megan, though. I think Megan is the one who got out of the car. I could have sworn this one was Kelsey. Yeah, that's Kelsey.
Okay. So then the other girl, so that gotta be Megan right there.
Yeah, they both had on I don't know if they let her put on a shirt or something, but
G Lover says Meg was on the ground. Meg had on red. Tish also said Meg was in red.
Okay, you said I think that she's on the ground, but I seen footage of Meg getting out the car. So wait. There's another video then. There's another video. Hold up.
This whole thing is just crazy.
Yeah, but I seen a video with Megan getting out of the car. So that's why it's confusing me because that was definitely Kelsey at the end who had on the black. And so it's like, I don't know. I'm confused. Don't scrap. I don't know. I gotta see the other video. There was another video because there was a video of Megan getting out of the car and she was walking backwards too.
And see, I wanted to touch on what St. Hudson said too, because I heard a rumor that after the shooting, she went and got back in the car where she just got shot from. So see, that's always been kind of weird to me. It's like if someone shot me, I'm not about to go sit next to him like, I don't know.
Let me see. There has to be another camera angle. Hold up. There has to be another camera angle because I seen Megan getting out of the car. Hold up.
Yeah, she was like limping backwards or something like that. I've seen that video.
Car. Wait. After. Hold up. Let me see if I can find a video real quick. Because there has to be another angle. Because I know I'm not tripping. I know that I seen Meg get out of the car.
Ashley said it's a helicopter view. So maybe from the top.
Okay, hold on.
And everyone's saying
Meg
she's wearing red too. That's what it
gets
looks like. That's the consensus.
out car after shooting. Okay, that's the one we just saw. Okay, I don't want to spend too much time looking for it, but I know for a fact I seen her getting out of the car, and it was Megan, and it was not Kelsey. It was for sure Megan. Oh well, moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on. I don't know where the other angle is. I know I seen it. All right. So let's talk about. So your consensus of that is not enough evidence still at this point.
Yeah, I think we just need to wait and see how it plays. Because I mean, even the video that we just saw, we can't even tell which person is which person. So, I mean, the little bit of hard evidence that we got, which would be video, audio, whatever, we can't even be sure of who we're looking at or what we're looking at. So, I think they just need some more time to, kind of roll out the evidence, and then we could formulate a educated opinion, as opposed to just throwing stuff and hoping it sticks to the wall. That's my thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, if you guys don't know, there was an incident where women basically, it was like a pregnant girl, a girl with a baby, and another girl, and they stole these wigs from this beauty supply. And I believe it was a Black-owned beauty supply. And they basically pepper sprayed the girl and ran out with the wigs. It was pretty pathetic. And it's like, y'all really doing all of that for some damn wigs now?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there has been an update on the story, and on the update, one of the heifers have now been arrested.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Now one of them have now been arrested. I'm not sure if you guys remember this video, so let me pull it up. Let me pull it up for y'all. Let me share my screen. Share.
I think I've seen this video. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just so ridiculous. All right, so right here you see them pepper spray the girl, and they're running out with the wigs. So they got the wig head and everything, running out with the wigs.
Wait, they took the mannequin too?
Yeah, one of them had the mannequin in hand too.
I need to see how this look before I put it on, girl. Hold on.
It's not funny, but it's,
What did they do? What did they do?
Like they so casual.
Like they wasn't even like, I could see if it was like an exchange or argument. There wasn't even no argument or nothing. Like they just pepper sprayed the girl and ran out. Like if y'all was gonna do a run out, why y'all just didn't run out? Like why y'all had to pepper spray her?
Yeah, I don't get that.
That was so out of line.
This right here is what I'm talking about. It's like, how bad does it have to get for you to go do something? Like, how much does I mean, I'm sure there are expensive wigs. I'm not doubting that. I don't know, but how bad do it got to get for you to take your pregnant friend, your friend with her baby in her hand, and like, yo, y'all ready? You got the pepper spray. We finna go get these wigs. I'm gonna take the mannequin too. Like, that's, I don't know. We do better. Hey, do better. When you sitting in jail, whatever your name is, do better. For real.
Right. So it says 1 out of 3, it says 1 out of 3 of the broke women arrested for the beauty supply store robbery. So this is one of the girls, and she has now been arrested for running out, and it's just a matter of time before they get her and her friends. And I hope it was worth it. Like, and I hope this ain't the wig that she stole, because you stole.
I was just thinking that.
I hope this ain't the one. Because if this is the one, like, you really going outside twice. Like, this is really a double homicide. Like, it's a double homicide. Because, girl, you did all that. You stole the wig. You ran out. Y'all maced the girl. And then this is how you coming when you get arrested?
Bruh. Come on now.
Okay. And so it says her description of her code is a robbery with a weapon. And once you mace somebody,
That's
that
it.
turns into assault with a
That's
weapon.
it. That's it.
And she is booked with a $25,000 bond. Okay. So her people gonna have to come up with 2,500 for
Ain't
her.
gonna happen.
All right. So this
Look
is
at
them,
this.
like one pregnant, one got a baby.
Like super pregnant. Like she about to pop. Like, what are you? Why are you worried about stealing a wig? You got a whole baby on the way. Like, what are we doing?
I would
What are we doing?
understand if she was trying to run out on some milk or something or some baby
Yeah.
supplies, but you got a baby on your arm
That's
and
crazy.
you trying to run out with freaking
Oh, there
wigs.
go the one right there.
Yeah, this her. She changed the wig because this is a gray one.
Yeah.
So that must have been. Hold on, wait. Let's look at the video. Did she have blonde one in her hand? Look, that's the blonde one. Yep, that is the wig. Look, she got gray hair and she's holding a blonde wig, bro.
Put that on
That's
too. She got
the
outside.
wig. Look, that's the wig. Girl, and that's how you coming?
Yo.
Oh my god.
Throw all of it away. The eyelashes, all of it gotta go. All of it gotta go.
That's
not
the
feeling none of that.
wig. Oh my god.
She got them little antlers coming down at the
Terrible.
bottom, them little ant fillers. Like, come on, get out of here. Yeah.
Oh, terrible.
Damn, astronomical right now. That's tough. We like to say that's tough right there.
That's tough. Yeah, that's
Jesus.
definitely tough.
Praise God, man. That man.
But I'm glad that she is arrested. What city this happened in? I don't know. I can't think off the bat, but
Guess. What you think? I'm gonna say Inglewood.
You
Because they
think
up
it's
to no good.
You think it's Cali?
I think it's California. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. If I had to guess, California.
Hold on, let me see. Hold on, let me see if it says. What y'all
Or
think in the
Florida.
chat?
Or Florida. Hey, that's viable too. That's viable too. I could definitely see Florida on that.
Okay, pregnant woman robs wig. Hold up.
Sit down South Detroit.
Let's see.
KC, Kansas City. Oh, okay. That's a sleeper pick.
Let's see where this happened at. Broward Sheriff's Office. So that's Florida, right?
That's Florida. That's Florida.
That's Florida. No wonder. Try to say LA. You tried to say
I throw LA
LA.
under the bus. I throw LA under the bus. My bad, LA.
That ain't LA. That's Florida. That is Florida.
It's still
Florida.
California love. It's still California love.
Can't believe you try to throw that on Cali. I'm like, Cali, nah. I had to for sure. I had to for sure see where
Look that up real quick. Make sure double check.
I had to for sure look that up real quick. Cause child, no.
I thought I was right too. I told you. It didn't happen. Not this time.
Wrong. All right, moving on. Let's see what else. We about to wrap up soon, but it's been a good stream so far.
Yeah,
I feel like it's moving
fun.
and grooving.
Yeah.
It's moving and grooving.
Whoever gave me that 1.9, I hit that 2 yet, right?
Let's see. It was something else that I wanted to go over. Hold on, let me look real quick. I had a couple of things. Damn, Betty White is moving up. She turned 100 on January 17th.
Who is?
Betty White.
Oh, no. Oh, Betty White from Golden Girls?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
I think that's who it is. I think that's who that is. Shout out to Betty White, man. Making 100.
She's about to be 100. That is
the whole century. That's tough.
Yeah. She done seen, and she's still hip too. So she's still out here moving and shaking.
Yeah.
I guess we could end on talking about. Well, no, I'll probably save talking about Hitman holla with a female. I'll talk about that with a girl. Let's see.
What's that about?
About him trying to release him humping his
Oh yeah. We can
girlfriend.
skip that. We don't need that. We don't need that. We'll let y'all ladies have that one.
on the close friends.
Yeah, we'll let y'all ladies have that one.
Did y'all see the video while I'm looking up something else? Have y'all seen Hitman holla video with why y'all saying no thanks as if y'all haven't seen men and women porn? Like, y'all watch girl on guy. Like, it's not like him and another guy, it's him and his woman, the same as y'all be looking when y'all turn and y'all go on y'all X videos and look up Ebony.
Not the X videos.
When y'all turn on y'all X videos and look up the Ebony category, it's the same thing. Like,
oh, she's pulling y'all twat.
He hitting the twat. He driving. She's, you know what I'm saying, doing it. Okay, we'll save it. We'll save it.
Yeah, put that on the lady night owls right there. Y'all got that. I got no words for that.
Okay, all right. Let's see. Okay, it's a couple topics that I'm gonna reserve for the ladies. Joe Biden and Kamala have been coming under heat. But I don't really want to talk about them right now. What you want to talk about?
Bonita says, let's talk about the men being mad at Sierra.
Who mad at Sierra?
I'm not mad at Sierra. I don't know what they mad at her for. What she do?
Who mad at Sierra?
Because that's the first I've heard of that. I did not know. Am I supposed to be mad?
I don't know who's mad at Sierra. I'm not privy.
Me either.
I'm not privy.
It take a lot to make me mad though. So
how many men are in the chat? Press 1 if you are a woman. Press 2 if you are a man viewing right now. How many? What's the ratio? What's the ratio we got here?
1 for the ladies, 2 for the fellas. Drop them in the chat real quick, y'all.
Yeah. Okay, 2 Willie, 2 1. Wait, G Lever is a guy? I thought that was a girl all this time. 2.
Looks like 4, 5, 6 fellas.
Somebody said 3. I'm in my feelings.
7.
What does that mean?
Probably undecided. 8, 9.
All right, so it's some men sprinkled in here, but it's mostly women.
Well, naturally.
Yeah. Oh, black men are jealous because she was twerking, promoting her rum, and she's married. Oh, well, let him be mad.
If her husband is okay with it, then why are y'all worried about it? Like,
G Lever, I thought you was a girl all this time. I thought G Lever. I don't know why I thought that was a girl profile.
Wait, she was dancing with a rum bottle on her head? Like it was like balancing up there? Like,
I think they said because she was promoting it. I don't know.
So they're mad because she's promoting lick? What?
They mad. You know how they feel like, a lot of people feel like once you have a kid, once you get married, you got to be wholesome and you got to have this cookie cutter image. And you got to act like a Stepford wife. If you twerk, if you dress revealing and you're married, they feel like it's not good.
You know what they need to start selling at the store? Business. That's what they need. Right next to the checkout line, you can grab you some Rolos and some business because people got too much damn time. I'm gonna say it. People got too much time to be worried about a grown, happy woman that's living her life, getting her bag. And
they said Nikki said she was basically naked.
Is her husband okay with it?
I mean, obviously, if it's on there, he okay with it. So
What is the big deal? What is the issue that we're having? Why are we supposed to be mad at the liquor or the nakedness or the twerking or what?
They
I don't
mad
know
because you're
what
supposed to be wholesome if you marry. What you
Oh,
mean?
okay, I get it. My bad. You right. Y'all right. You right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta
You
definitely
wouldn't be
praise
mad if
the
your
Lord.
girl was twerking it up on the gram?
Oh, my girl, that's not gonna happen. Like, we're not going for that. Like, there's no reason to do that. Like, what?
Well, that's what she was doing. She was twerking on the gram.
Yeah, but see what you said. The difference between me and that situation is I'm not okay with some stuff like that. Because I'm not about to go. Well, I can't twerk or do nothing like that.
So then you contradicting yourself.
Well, maybe a little bit, but in this situation, you talking about somebody who husband is okay with it, and I feel like as long as it's okay within y'all relationship, it really don't matter what somebody else got to say about it. Like, if y'all got to understand it, it's just like what we talked about earlier. Like, if y'all talked about this, y'all got a discussion about this, then the outside influence is just outside. You know what I mean? Like, for me personally, though, I wouldn't want to see my wife doing that personally. Now, let's say
if you get with somebody like Sierra, you got with her because she's a dancer. She twerks. This is what she does. Like, she's a dancer. She dance,
That's different. And that's what I was gonna say too, is like if we talked about it and we had that discussion and she broke it down like, hey, I'm getting this bag, or for whatever her reasons are. I love to dance, I love this outfit, and she made it make sense to me. I'm never gonna argue with the logic. That's one of my quotes. I'm never gonna argue with the logic. If you can make it make sense, hey, I feel you. But
so you wouldn't be with your chick on OnlyFans.
No, we're not doing the OnlyFans. No. I can't do that. I can't do that. That's not. I don't like to be out there like that personally. So definitely not me. And just the idea of like, because and I might be wrong. No knock on anybody that's on OnlyFans. I don't want y'all to take it personally. I'm not trying to say that, but once it's on the internet, it's there. You know what I'm saying? So when you 60, 70 years old, you got grandkids.
This is the video, by the way.
Hold on, I'll come back to what I was saying in a second.
So she got the rum on her head. Russ is in the comments saying that he gonna see her later tonight. Hashtag the wine, and this is her promoting the rum. I guess
what my biggest concern is, Neek?
What?
I'm worried about her knees. Like, that looks like that hurt. I don't know. Like, to hold that for a whole Instagram video and then balance a bottle on that look like that hurt. Shout out to Sierra for that one. I ain't gonna lie.
But you see, her biggest cheerleader is her man.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, as long as there's support behind it, there's not a problem with it. I don't see nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? And like you said, she's an entertainer. This is what she's been doing the entire time, ever since my goodies or whatever she said. And this is just her continuing that. So yeah, more power to her.
Yeah.
More power to her. I'm gonna lie.
Well, that's what they mad about. And she was fucking it up.
Wait, and that's on the official Instagram, right?
Yeah, that's her page.
All right, then let me because what I need to do is I need to see, the whole scope of the comment section. I need to see what everybody's talking about. So I'm gonna review that later on, and I'm gonna just see what's going on with that. Carry on.
Do you think that it's a